Hello.
State your name.
Thank you. It's in the speech. Hello. My name is Johnny L. And I've had the privilege of knowing Dylan Winters since I was 4 years old. I don't recall what sparked our initial friendship, but what I do know is that it was an essential life moment for me. We went to pre-K together, and despite the fact that I often came dressed up as the masked vigilante hero Zorro, Sharpie mustache and all, he still chose to hang out with me. Growing up with Dylan, we accumulated a great many memories, which shaped my childhood. From watching Star Wars on Laserdisc, going to the beach to dig massive holes with working tunnel systems, building giant Lego battle zones, playing for hours with toy guns in our backyards, and waiting in line for the Halo 2 midnight release. We were the 242nd people in line. Movies, Legos, guns, video games. Obviously hobbies that we've totally grown out of. Since Dylan moved to Texas, I see him less, but every time I do see him, it is as if we were never apart. It has often happened that Dylan will come to my home when he visits LA, usually late at night, with the intention to hang out, only to quickly fall asleep on my couch. But this is something that I cherish, to have a friend that is so comfortable and at home when he visits, that he is able to be at peace. Between us, there is no judgment, there is only acceptance of who we both are. Together, we can simply be. I truly value the friendship that you have offered me. Thank you for your consistency.
So go.
Then you told me about a wonderful new person that you were seeing, Annemarie. And actually, before I even got to meet her, my fiance, Josie, was on a work trip to Austin, in which Annemarie graciously offered to show her around town and keep her company. Upon Josie's return home, Dylan reached out and asked for her initial impression. To which Josie promptly responded, "She's way too good for you." To which Dylan promptly agreed. Now since then, I've gotten to know Annemarie myself and see that she is an exceptional human being. To see you both interacting as your truest, authentic selves, as nerds, as friends, as partners, has been an absolute joy. I've even gotten to witness you both come visit my home late at night with the intention to hang out, only for both of you to quickly fall asleep on my couch. To see you both at home with each other by simply being together. Dylan, I respect the man you have become a great deal. You are an intelligent, kind, and ever-growing person whom I always enjoy spending time with. Over the years of our friendship, I have come to love you as a brother, a member of my chosen family. It was an essential life moment when we met. It was an essential life moment when the both of you met. And it is an essential life moment to be here today with the both of you. I am honored to be a part of this ceremony and to see you with your chosen family. I love you both. Congratulations on your matrimony. I'm so excited to see all of your future life moments.
Well done.
Cheers.
Hello. In Europe, you don't have to claim.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Johnny, I'll give you a hug.
He is.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Ian, and I've had the honor of calling Dylan my best friend for 25 years now. We met on the playground in first grade and immediately bonded over our obsession for cars. While other kids were arguing over capture the flag, we were arguing about whether or not the flat 6 out of a Porsche 911 could really outperform a small block. The battle over European versus American muscle was an ongoing debate until we ultimately decided and learned to appreciate both their own unique qualities and attributes. From then on, we've shared many memories, vacations, several bad ideas, and some good ones. One of my favorite memories was when Dan and Gary decided to build Dylan a go-kart for Christmas. We all know Dan, which means this wasn't just any go-kart. It was a beautifully crafted 1960s style racing cart. It started out with a modest engine, which obviously wasn't enough. So Dan bolted on a Briggs & Stratton Animal, an engine intended for factory racing carts and junior dragsters. The engine had such high compression you could easily sprain your wrist trying to pull start it if you weren't careful. On any given Saturday or Sunday, we would load the cart in Dan's Mercury Mountaineer with a couple gallons of gas, our helmets, and pure excitement. We would spend hours taking turns doing top speed runs in the biggest parking lot we could find. I think ultimately we determined the top speed was about 60 to 65. Mind you, we were 8 years old. One of the things I most admire about Dylan is that he's one of those rare people who can be both the most intellectual person in the room and the person making everyone laugh until they can't breathe. He's a social chameleon and can make friends anywhere. He's also smart, sometimes too smart, and a bit neurotic, but mostly in a good way. His attention to detail and determination to understand how things work has always inspired me to examine deeper beneath the surface. To understand how things work has always inspired me to think deeper and examine what's beneath the surface. He's analytical, incredibly hardworking, but also knows how to have a great time. Let's just say he's the kind of guy who can overanalyze a situation like the engineer that he is, but will still end up doing donuts in the parking lot afterwards to test the capabilities of a Mustang rental car. After fumbling through our early 20s, he met someone, and I could tell it was different this time. I remember one of the first times he told me about Annemarie. He said, "Dude, she's a lawyer." And I said, "Dude, don't fuck this up." He met someone that truly loved, encouraged, and supported him, while also tolerating his many mechanical obsessions and quirks. She can match his energy and challenge his intellect, which is no easy task, but needed at times. She also keeps him on the right track when life gets hectic or challenging. I was once told that behind every great man is a great woman, and that is exactly what I see in Annemarie. Their personalities complement each other in such a beautiful way. They're dedicated, driven, and constantly inspiring one another to grow, to succeed, and to become the best versions of themselves. Here's to a lifetime of laughter, late-night conversations, good whiskey, fast cars, and a love that only grows stronger with time. To Dylan and Annemarie.
Well done.
Killing it. Killing it with the speeches, guys. No, it's Molly. It's Molly and then always
I really love the go-kart. I really love that. So many.
Yeah, Molly. Hey, Molly.
Not really doing anything, but thanks.
You're reading. That's an accomplishment.
Hi everyone, I'm Molly, Anne-Marie's younger sister, and I have had the absolute joy of growing up with her as my built-in best friend, partner in crime, and occasional voice of reason. More than occasional, if I'm being honest. Annemarie has always been my guide. She is the person I go to for advice, for a laugh, or when I just need someone to tell me to get it together. Lovingly, of course. She's strong, brave, and brilliant. She graduated college early, she got a full ride to law school, and made partner before 30, which still absolutely blows my mind. Incredible. But beyond all that, she has the biggest heart. She's thoughtful, loyal, and truly the person you can always count on. Annemarie has always had this quiet strength. She gives so much of herself to others without ever expecting anything in return. And her love shows up in the sacrifices no one sees and in the way she makes everyone around her feel cared for. She has this amazing mix of drive and selflessness that just makes you want to be better. And I know I am a better person for having known you. She is also hilarious. We have so many inside jokes, mostly ones that probably make zero sense to anybody else. Half of them are SpongeBob or Star Wars related. And these are references that we've somehow managed to weave into every phase of our lives. But that's the thing about Annemarie. She makes everything better, whether it is a bad day, a long trip, or a moment where you just need to laugh until you cry. And then came Dylan. I will never forget when she called me after they met. She was so excited. She said, "Molly, I think I'm in love." I'm like, "All right, tell me about this guy." She said, "I met him. He's amazing. He's so funny. He's sweet. And oh my God, he is so hot." Yes. But I asked her what happened. She said they were at a party and The Lord of the Rings was on TV, and being Annemarie, she started quoting the entire opening scene of The Fellowship of the Rings. Dylan turned to her, completely awestruck, and just said, "Where have you been all of my life?" I think that's when I knew that Dylan would fit in very well with our family. Over the years, I have gotten to see why she felt the way she did just from the beginning. Dylan, you are so kind, and the way that you look at her says everything. You are just as hardworking and ambitious and intelligent as she is. You make Annemarie light up in a way that I have never seen before. You make her laugh, you challenge her, and you're her biggest supporter. It has been such a joy watching you both grow together, not just as a couple, but as true partners in every sense of the word. Together, you've built something that feels effortless, full of laughter, respect, and true friendship. And I would be remiss if I did not give you extra credit for not only keeping up with Annemarie, but also for surviving our very loud, very opinionated, and at times very over-enthusiastic family. You've embraced the chaos, the noise, and the nonstop laughter like you have been a part of it all along. Annemarie, you have always been my rock, the one who taught me how to be brave and to go after what I want. You have taught me to fight for what I deserve, even when I didn't believe it myself. And you have found someone who matches that energy perfectly. My wish for you both is simple, that your life together keeps that same mix of hilarity, love, and perfect nerdiness that's defined your relationship from the start, that you always celebrate each other's wins, find humor in the absolute chaos that is our family, and never stop being each other's biggest fan. I hope your home is filled with warmth, your days with unexpected journeys, and your nights with the kind of laughter that makes your stomach hurt. So here's to Annemarie and Dylan. May your story be full of joy, loyalty, love that just keeps growing stronger, and always, always worth quoting. Cheers.
Well done, Molly.
Thank you, Molly.
Great speech.
Close us out, counselor.
Yeah, all good. Really.
You got this, Mama.
Like people like it.
Mamacita. Mommy?
Like to a dog.
Like to a dog? I know. I tried. Willis?
I think I have to, right? I could have stayed over there.
It's okay.
No, well, you're already over there, so.
Yeah, right.
I would get eaten alive if I did this in court, guys. Okay. I'm 7 weeks postpartum, so I'm gonna try to get through this without weeping uncontrollably. So I met Annemarie a little bit later. My name is Chloe, by the way. I didn't say that.
Hi, Chloe.
I met Annemarie a little bit later than most everybody here. We met in law school. It was during initiation. We were in the same law school class. And we've just instantly bonded over our absolute detest of small talk and being in large crowds. So we were sitting against a wall on 2 bar stools, just kind of talking some smack about everybody there, and about Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. So Dylan, she actually fell in love with me first. Sorry. We went through 2.5 years of absolute hell in law school, and when not studying, I personally devoted all my time to trolling Annemarie, and she absolutely loved it. But I wanted to let you know, Dylan, that I don't willingly hand the baton of being somebody's best friend, and I couldn't be more honored to hand this baton to you. I do want to just say you're welcome for paving the way for you, because I feel like we have very similar personalities. So she just kind of found the male version of me.
Yes.
Valid.
In the 7 years that we've known each other, we have, I don't think, gone more than like 2 days without talking to each other. And that's something very special. It's also something probably a little bit insane. But you have shown up for me at every single turn of my life, wherever it took me. Every funeral, every birth, every Christmas party, literally everything. I know how caring you are. I've seen your heart for people. I've seen your heart for your people through the way that you support everyone, and especially in my times of grief. I do want to take a moment and just share some of my cherished moments with you. We studied abroad. We went to law school. We studied abroad in St. Andrews in Scotland, and we spent the majority of our time pretty much just drinking in pubs, but we also did find the time to absolutely dominate a trivia night of Game of Thrones, to the point where the trivia person who was putting it on kind of wanted to disqualify us because we didn't get a single question wrong. We did win it, so.
It's a big prize.
In that same trip, we hopped over to France after St. Andrews was over, where my now husband proposed to me. And Annemarie took him aside at one point during the trip, and they went for a walk and prayed. Prayed over our relationship and our marriage. And I want to let you know, Annemarie, it was a small thing that you did, but it has, oh gosh, see?
You got it. You're good.
You're doing great.
It's, thank you. It stayed with me, and it has changed my heart. And the next one I wasn't physically there for, but I got a video out of context from our friend Cassie. And it was just Annemarie who thought that she could lead a cruise ship of people in a dance better than the actual cruise staff. And so she was walking, and it really wasn't dancing. It was just her walking back and forth the entire time. If we find the video, we'll just send it out to
Cassie
everybody.
has it.
But she did that for about 30 minutes. And it was great, but it just goes to show your ability to take charge and your confidence in what you're doing. Which is great. It's a huge quality. 9 out of 10 times, you are very right. Dylan, but you're now contractually obligated under the laws of the United States of America to tell her that 10 out of 10 times she's correct.
I'm used to it. Yeah, we're on that.
Annemarie, you're tough. And I mean that in not only just a mentally and emotionally sense, but also a physical sense. When we were in law school during our first year, she came down with what she swore to me was food poisoning from eating undercooked shrimp like a week or 2 before. She was pale and vomiting. She couldn't stand up straight. I told her that she was wrong. It was not food poisoning. But she told me that it was. And then finally, after about maybe 24 hours, she decided she'd go to the ER, where they promptly rushed her into an emergency appendectomy, which for the record was my diagnosis. I went to see her in the hospital, and she did look 1,000 times better. But what happened after she was discharged was amazing. Our law school was being a law school and was not super understanding of her not being in class, and so they demanded that she return to class pretty much like 2 days after surgery. And so she did, pale and all, trying to cart all of her books into her law school class and climbing those stairs. And I remember being so amazed by you. Very upset that you were doing it, but amazed by you. And then what's worse is that you still kicked my ass. So I couldn't even win on that part. But I tell you all these stories because they outline Annemarie's just love for people, love for her people, her determination, her confidence, and just how amazingly wickedly smart she is. I wouldn't say that I have a lot of wisdom. I'd like to say I'm pretty young. My mid-30s and 2 tiny children make me think otherwise, but what I do have, I can tell you that marriage is such a blessing. It's hard. It's going to be the hardest thing you ever do, but it is so worth it. It's worth it to find the partner that you can go through the tough times with, and I'm fully confident you'll found that in each other. Annemarie, you know how to love very well. Dylan, you're very lucky to have her as your partner. Just on this one attribute alone, but she has many amazing attributes. You're consistent and loyal to a fault. You cling to your people, especially when they go through their personal worst case scenarios. I've learned how to love others and love myself from the example you have set for me. Above all, you're a steady friend, a peaceful and soft presence for your people. You're also incredibly funny and quick-witted, which makes everything exponentially more enjoyable when you're around. And I love you a whole lot. Dylan, I mentioned that we're similar. You're a rocket scientist. I'm somewhat of a brain surgeon. Kidding, I'm a family law attorney, but kind of the same. You're able to find the humor, even when it's dark and ironic, which is my favorite thing about you, and almost everything that you do. You hold firm to your convictions, and I do admire you a lot. You chase your dreams even when it's scary, and you leap into the unknown, and those are great qualities and attributes to have. I have no doubt in my mind that you're going to thrive, both of you, in marriage. I've had the privilege of being in probably the most bizarre Instagram group chat with Annemarie and Dylan for the past year or so. It started off as like a Lord of the Rings meme thing, and it just went real south from there. But what I can tell you through watching them interact with mainly each other in this Instagram chat, every once in a while I'm like, hey guys, I'm here too, is that they truly are a match made in heaven. Their humor that they found in each other, just kind of how comfortable you are with each other, it's amazing. I look forward to many more weird memes and reels from both of you. I wish you both and pray that you have a beautiful and blessed marriage, that you cling to each other and run to each other in times of trouble and happiness. Please join me in raising a glass for Mr. and Mrs. Winters.
So sorry, this is a bit of a surprise. I'm sure you all have noticed that there is someone very important who is not here right now. Unfortunately, our mother was not able to make it, but she did not want to go through the entire wedding without being able to say something, not just to her daughter and her new husband, but to all of you. So we have a toast, a special message from our mother, Angela, if the video will play.
it's a video.
I'm gonna
Yes.
let you watch the video, but it'll.
We have
I don't
audio
know.
for everyone, but we have a video that Annemarie and Dylan can watch.
I only envisioned myself as a mother of sons.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was scared to death
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
thought
I gotta
of
start
having
it
a
over.
daughter.
Hold on.
However, this
I'm trying.
interesting
Sorry. Technological
Okay, hold
issues.
Okay.
of having a daughter. I wanted to thank Chloe and Molly for making this happen where I could leave this message to the happy couple. Growing up, when I thought of that far off time of becoming a mother, I only envisioned myself as a mother of sons. To be honest, I was scared to death of the thought of having a daughter. However, the strangest thing happened the moment I found out I was pregnant. I desperately and from the soul wanted a daughter. I had prayed so hard for this little girl that a couple months later, when we found out that we were having a daughter, was one of the happiest days of my life. Once Annemarie was born, I would take her and just stare at her for hours on end as I would hold her. And I would think to myself, how lucky am I to be her mother? I have honestly never seen anything more beautiful in my life than Annemarie. Also, Annemarie was the first baby from all of our friends, and so therefore she was the guinea pig that we all had to learn from. We made a lot of mistakes along the way, but the one thing about our family and our extended family is how cherished and loved Annemarie was, and that Annemarie has learned to love fiercely with her whole being. This includes the love she shares and showers on her siblings, cousins, extended family, and friends that are family too. It is a special thing for those of people that are lucky enough to be loved by Annemarie, because you can always count on her to have your back. Annemarie has now become a treasured friend to me. I consider it one of the biggest blessings of my life to be her mother. We tease Annemarie about how mouthy she was as a teenager. What we didn't know at the time was her willingness to argue for hours on end was actually just preparing herself to be a trial attorney. I probably do not say this enough, but actually Annemarie was a mother's dream. She made us so proud with her academics. She was a beautiful dancer starting the age of 3 all the way through college on the SMU pom team. We loved watching her dance, but most of all, we loved to watch the woman that Annemarie grew up to be. When Annemarie was growing up, we had so many funny stories, like the time that she was talking to her uncle and yelling "me sick" in the car, and he did not realize that what she was asking for was for him to turn on the music. She also had the claws of a raccoon that will be forever stored in our lore. But I will admit that her unwillingness to wear elastic with socks in it was made for many teary mornings. And just a few years ago, she accidentally tried to buy a fake cat. So the stories truly will never end with Annemarie. It's a part of her charm, and it's a part of what makes her absolutely lovely. I've always been amazed at Annemarie's accomplishments. She was the first person on either side of our family to graduate with a doctorate degree, and we are so proud of her. She always had goals for herself that were way more advanced than what Chris and I ever expected. She graduated college early, completed law school, and passed the bar before she turned 23. And she set a goal for herself to become partner before the age of 30. It did not surprise us when years later, with 12 days to spare, she became and received the title of partner. Sometimes I truly feel sorry for the opposing counsel or anyone else who makes the mistake of underestimating her, because I know she will pay in kind by shredding them in court. Annemarie and Dylan had been dating a few months when the entire world was thrown into the scary part of COVID. The first time I met Dylan, was during the start of COVID. We can all remember those first few days when the world was shut down and we didn't know what to do. Yet, I was able to watch Dylan and watched how he tried to take care of her. I saw that he made her feel safe and secure, which meant the world to me as her mother. As a parent, you pray that your daughter's significant other is someone who will take and cherish your daughter during those times in life when things are hard. They would come over to our house and we would sit around the pool and talk for hours. It was during that time that we started bonding together. Fairly quickly, Annemarie went to Dan and Catherine's house in Tybee Island. And by the time they came back a month later, she told me how special Tybee was. And I know it is where Annemarie really started to fall in love with Dylan. What I love about Dylan is how happy he is for Annemarie when she has set her mind to achieve something, and he has become her biggest cheerleader. In the process of getting to know Dylan, we quickly found out how smart and talented he was in his own right. For example, his movie that was released about a month ago, we cheered him on all the way through the movie as if he was our own child. However, like Annemarie, it is not just his work as an engineer or being an accomplished actor that defines him. It is who Dylan is inside him that makes him the amazing man he is. He is kind, caring, and loving. It gives me great joy to see that both of you are thrilled for each other's successes, as the role of supporting your spouse is so critical and one of the keys to a happy and successful marriage. A few years later, I knew that things were getting more permanent when we had a lovely day on our family vacation in Hawaii. All of a sudden, at the end of the afternoon, Dylan jumped up, clapped his hand, and said, "Okay, family, where are we going to dinner?" That statement meant the world to me, because I know Dylan does not throw the word family around lightly. So I knew that he meant it when he said it. I also know how important eating is to Dylan, so he would like to be included in that as well. I was truly thankful that I was wearing glasses, because he did not see the tears that rolled down my face when that happened. Prior to asking Annemarie to marry him, Dylan came over to ask for a blessing from us. He sat down and talked for about 20 minutes without taking a breath. He talked about how much he loved our daughter, the life that he wanted to build with her, the goals they wanted to achieve, and why he loved her so much. That conversation was beyond precious and meant the world to Chris and I. We will never forget it. Chris and I were absolutely in tears because the whole conversation was so lovely and so eloquent. Most of all, over the last few years, I love the way that Annemarie and Dylan look at each other. They look at each other full of love. I wish for you a lifetime of love, laughter, and never forget that you are each other's best friend. There will always be times in your life where there will be heartbreak, but you have each other to weather those hard times. Just don't forget that you have each other and you are each other's best friend. I could not be more thrilled that Annemarie has Dylan as her husband. I welcome Dylan as my son, and I want you to know how much I absolutely love you both. May today just be the start of a long and loving marriage. I wanted to thank Taylor and Molly for making this happen.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
Cheers.
Whoa, cheers. Yay. Wow.